I think the sound of the cello is one of the main draws for us cellists to our instruments, and working on sound production, tone quality is obviously therefore something that's really fundamental to our playing and to our enjoyment of what we do. It's generally agreed that the three main components of tone production are the speed of the bow, so how fast we pull from left to right, the weight of the bow, how much natural weight, a little bit of pressure we apply downwards, and also the contact point, meaning whereabouts between the bridge and the fingerboard we are playing. However, there are also other factors such as the bow direction, whether the point is in the correct direction for the string that you're playing, and also the bow angle to the string, meaning basically how much hair is in contact with the string, whether it's really flat hair or if we're angling the bow just a little bit away from the bridge. So that's something else that we can play with. It's no secret that when we play further away from the bridge, i.e. closer to the fingerboard, we're going to have generally a softer sound. So if I play close to the bridge, I can have that kind of sound. If I play further away from the bridge, a little bit more covered sound. Similarly, it's no secret that when we apply more pressure or more weight into the bow, we will get more sound. And when we have less weight, we will have less sound. However, from this often stems another question, which is, okay, so how do you play a really soft passage, a pianissimo passage, or even just piano passage, and still project and still have a sound that catches the ear of the listener? So that's really what I would like to explore here. And I would suggest that it's good to work towards playing actually closer to the bridge with less weight when we are playing pianissimo. So we're going to go for a sound that has still got those overtones that we get closer to the bridge, but is also not using a lot of weight. And just experimenting with long bows on single notes like that can be really helpful as we try to develop this kind of sound. In terms of being not just projecting but expressive as well, I would suggest that often in softer passages where we really want to catch the ear, two things can help. One is that we might have a slightly narrower vibrato, especially when it's higher up. Generally the higher notes we want a faster vibrato, more narrow vibrato, and for the lower notes we want a wider, slower vibrato, just like a singer. The other is just that the ear is drawn to details. So the more little nuances there are, whether it's a little emphasis here, a slight change in vibrato, really there are infinite tiny nuances that we're capable of making in both hands, and of course as we incorporate the two together. And those are the things that catch the listener's ear. So with those ideas in mind, I thought I'd play a little tiny excerpt from de Falla's Suite Populaire Espagnole. This is from the second movement, Nana, which is a berceuse, so a lullaby. And the whole thing is piano. It plays, first of all, you have a theme on a lower octave, and then it goes up an octave. This is the upper octave entrance. And I'm going to incorporate some of those things that I talked about.